Are we live? We're live. We're live. Hi, Lisa.
Well, it says we're live.
Yes, we're live. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. So fun. We decided to do a pop-up Big Word Wednesday.
Right.
Am I still garbly?
Yeah, your video is a little like hung up.
Really? You know
Yeah.
what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move myself closer to my the Wi-Fi just recently was updated in my neighborhood, and so I don't really know why, but I've had a little trouble. The update ostensibly should have made it better, but I'm not sure that it really did. So I'm going to move myself downstairs closer to my little internet thing. I don't know if this is going to help or not.
Well, we will find out.
We will find out. Yes, we will find out. What do you think? Is that any better? Not really, huh?
Maybe a little bit. You're not hanging up as much.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. Hopefully this Big Word Wednesday will work, even though it seems like my internet connection is not as awesome as it should be, and I don't know why. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes it happens, and it's weird.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway,
yeah. If you're here, say hi to us.
Yeah, if you're here, say hello. Say hello in the comments and say who you are, because we're on StreamYard, which has a little bit of a different visual for us. Good. Hi guys. Somebody says, who's that?
That's Jill.
Hi Jill. That's great to see you. Anybody else out there? I can see there's like 3 of you watching.
Well, yeah, there's a couple other people, but I can't tell who they are.
Okay. Well, anyway, why did we decide to do this, Lisa? Decided that we wanted to jump on to Big Word Wednesday.
You know, I think we have so much stuff going on, and it's hard to keep everybody updated on all the things that we're doing all the time, you know, and people are bombarded by email, but they seem to like to watch us on
I know.
Big Word Wednesday. So, you know.
Yeah. So we decided that, oh, hi, Nikki. So we decided we would jump on and we would just talk about a couple of the things that we have going on. I love the way that this looks like a hat. I keep trying to move myself around so that it doesn't. There we go. So yeah. So we have a whole bunch of really wonderful things going on, and we've been working now for the last 6 weeks. Well, this is going to be the 5th week this week of the Ready, Set, Write. I've got 70 writers in that, people who are excited to be writing their books in 2023. And so Lisa and I were just talking, and we thought, you know what, we should get on Big Word Wednesday, because tomorrow's Wednesday, and throw out a big word and let people know about some of the new fun things that we have out there supporting writers, and that we have coming up to support writers. So yeah, so let's do that.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, can everybody hear me? You guys, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Because I feel a little worried that maybe I'm not coming through. Jill, can you hear me?
I can see you on there. So okay. I mean, I'm monitoring the Facebook pages.
Okay, good. Okay, so the first thing is that we've created a brand new quiz. So many of you know that I teach a course on inner critic relief, that one of the number one reasons that writers don't get their work done, there are a handful of typical reasons, but one of the main reasons is that they have a voice or several voices in their head telling them things that stop them from doing their work. So it could be anything from, no, you need to get your other work done. You know, you need to take care of the kids. You need to do your laundry. You need to get your dishes done. That taskmaster voice, to a molder pleaser voice, which is like, you know, well, it'll make other people unhappy if you spend your time this way, or if you say that thing. And so I've created a brand new quiz for you to take on our website. Lisa just popped up the banner. Those banners are so cool. so you can go over there and take the quiz, and it will give you a percentage as to which inner saboteur you're working with. And there are 7 different kinds. I'm really invested in all of you being able to manage your relationship with those inner critics so that you can get your work done. So I would say head on over there and take the quiz. And then if you want to know more, I've also taken the class that I teach on that, which I normally have out there for $497, and I've knocked it down to $97. So I really want people to be able to get what they need to move through those inner critical voices. And I've got them too. I know you've got them, Lisa. I mean, we all, and some of them are really mean and critical, but some of them aren't really necessarily mean, but they do stop us. There's, they're parts of us that are there to protect us, but they actually do stop us from getting our work done.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was really fun to create, Lisa. Thanks for helping me with that.
The quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get there, but we got there.
Yeah, because just so you know, I think this is kind of fun behind the scenes. So Lisa does all the technology, and she found this tool to create the quiz. But of course, naturally, the way that I'd written the quiz wasn't the way that the tool wanted us to do it. And so
it totally did not work. Cammy's like, why? Why? I just want it to work this way. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. We got to do it different.
So then we called in a friend. We called in Andrea Gabriel. So hi, Andrea, if you're watching. And the 3 of us sat there and noodled around for it. And then I'm like, by then I'd had so much coffee. I was like, I got to run to the restroom. And while I was in the restroom, I had an idea, and I came back, could we do it this way? And then Lisa hacked the system, and we did it.
We did.
So yeah, good work on that, Lisa. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. So, so the quiz, she popped up the banner for the quiz. And then for those of you who have already taken the quiz, or you take it and you really want some extra support, here is the course.
Oh yeah, I just had that up too.
Oh, you did have that up too? Okay.
But that's okay. It's up there. I also threw it in the comments. So,
perfect. Good.
So it'll be here later.
Yeah. And the cool thing about this course is that normally I used to teach it live, which I do. You guys know I love teaching live. Like, to me, I can't teach into a vacuum. And so I got I don't know how many writers joined me. I think 10 writers joined me so that I could record that course, because this course is a course that I want everybody to be able to have access to all the time, not just once in a while when we launch it. I have my assistant here. Jasper, thank you for the help. Yeah. So that is evergreen. You can take it whenever you're ready for it.
Yeah. I threw that in the comments as well. So those will show up in comments.
Cool. Thank you for doing
that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
If they don't, let me know. We can get them to you.
Let us know. We have lots of other things going on. What else is going on, Lise? We have something coming up in March that we're going to be doing together.
We're going to be at AWP, and I think there's quite a few of our writers out there who are going to be there too.
Yeah.
I know a whole handful of people going from Bellingham, and I saw that Tamara, did I say it right? I always have to think about it.
I think it's Tamara. She says it rhymes with camera.
Tamara. See, I always have to think camera. And then I didn't say camera right. Tamara, I saw that she's going to be there, and she posted something, and a whole bunch of people responded to her as well. So we'll have a table there in the booth.
And explained, not everybody might not know what AWP is.
AWP is the Association of Writing Programs, I think.
Yep.
Although there's so many acronyms out there that sometimes I get a little mixed up. But yes. And so we will be there. And Cammie and I are actually going to be there under the umbrella company of Wayfaring Writers. But that was just so that we could have one table together and have information on all of our different programs there as well. Yeah.
And so AWP is a conference that happens every year, but it roves around the country.
Yeah.
Just the US, or does it go to Canada too? Do you know?
I don't know if it goes into Canada, but I do know that next year it's in Kansas City, Missouri. City, Missouri.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
And so we are just really excited to take advantage of it while it is in our neck of the woods. But I know many of you watching us are actually all over the world. But if you are local to the Northwest in general, and you're going to be there, please, please, by all means, come and say hello to us and hang out with us. And, you know, what's cool about being at a conference with a table is that you get to meet. I mean, I've tabled at a lot of conferences, and it's wonderful to be there and to meet people. What's a bummer about it is that when everybody's in class, you're just kind of sitting there like waiting. And so what I'm really excited to be there with you, Lisa, because it'll mean that you and I, maybe one person can staff the table while the other person gets to go and attend a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Randy just dropped in and said she's dropping in to say hi and she needs to talk about styles. Randy, just sign up for some time on my website.
Yeah.
That's the best way to coordinate with me.
Do you want to share what she means by that? Because I bet there's people watching who have no idea what she's asking, and this would be a great chance for you to let people know a resource that you have.
Yeah. So periodically I teach this class called Wrangling Words, and the aim of it is to set up new writers with all the tools that they need to kind of get their writing life set up and in order. So it starts out with file management, and because that's probably the number one call I get for tech help is I lost my file. I can't find my file. Where did it go? So it sets you up for good file management. The second class goes through tracking changes and how to turn on track changes, how to deal with track changes in your document once you get the document back, how to make comments, how to add and delete and respond to comments, that sort of thing. And then the third class is working with styles, and that is specifically to Word. Though you can sort of do it in Pages in Google Docs, but that's not what I teach. I teach Word specifically. On how you can set up your scenes and your flashbacks and have a list right on your computer, and how you can easily format to go from your screen to sending it out to an agent or an editor with just a couple quick clicks of the mouse, where you can change your entire document. So
yeah. So if people are looking for that and they wanted to get some help with their wrangling words, how would they find out about that, Lise?
So I just started a class today.
Okay.
I did file management, but I'm sure I have another session coming up, because I always do a session for your folks when they join the program as well. I don't have the dates up for that yet, but I think it'll be spaced out a little bit further too. But I think the first class is sometime in March or April.
Yeah.
Or you can always contact me and set up a time for a one-on-one. If you want to set up a time there, you can go to silentsidekick.com and you go into click the little schedule with me button at the bottom, and then schedule an hour-long session, and we can roll through.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I think that you can save yourself hours and hours and hours of frustration by spending 1 hour with Lisa. So
I've heard, I mean, people have told me that it has changed their writing life working with styles.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I just want to mention, Lisa, that we are live on YouTube for the first time. And so
I forgot about that.
Right. And so I don't know how StreamYard interacts with YouTube. So I don't have my YouTube up. So I don't know if there are comments going on over there or not. But if you're on YouTube watching, be patient with us. We're just learning how to, I'm going to pull it up here and see if I can see what's going on over here. I'm going to go to my channel. Oh yeah, look at that. We're live over there.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. So hello to you on YouTube, and we're going to get used to doing this because we want to make sure that we can reach as many writers as we can with the resources that we're offering. So, and I suppose there's a way that we can track with live comments over there too, but I hadn't looked into it. So please do comment if you're watching us over on YouTube. And that would be on my channel. That would be on.
I was going to say, I can't find you, but I don't know how to find you on YouTube anymore.
You don't? Okay. I posted on Facebook so that you would know how to find me. So everybody, one thing I just want to say is that as Lisa and I are talking about this, um, we are also always figuring out how to make the best use of technology. And so that it's not as if we know how to do it and you don't. It's like we're figuring it out and then we're sharing it with you as soon as we figure it out. So here is the link. I'm just going to come over and pop it in.
I found you.
Oh, did you find me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it in a banner because that's a fun new thing that we can do too.
Yeah.
So that's my YouTube channel. I think it's Cami Ostman, the Narrative Project. If you're searching it,
that's going to be hard for people to type in, and they can't copy from there. So we'll throw a link in the comments.
Yeah, here I'll throw a link right now.
And the comments aren't working for us here. We have to put them in directly. So
yeah,
we'll put it in after.
Right. I don't know if that went up or not. Do you see that in there? And I don't know if it is a link or not directly that you can link to. But in any case, we're giving this a try because the live YouTube is something we've been wanting to do for a while and just haven't gotten around to it because we've been busy. So,
do you want a word?
I was going to say we do have a big word. What is it?
Munificent.
Munificent.
Yeah, munificent. It's an adjective, a gift or sum of money larger or more generous than is usual or necessary. Or, just more generous than usual or necessary.
Yeah.
So, munificent, a munificent gesture.
So does it
always sounds like magnificent, but munificent.
And does it always relate to money or is it any kind of like major gesture?
I think it can relate to a person as well. Like a munificent person.
Could it be a munificent dog?
No. There are no munificent dogs.
Oh my gosh, what a pest. Yeah, I love that word munificent. I do not believe I have ever used it in writing. Like in my own writing.
Right. So I haven't. I actually found that word because oftentimes, I'm a big audiobook listener, but every now and again I actually read a book. And if I don't know a word, I write it down. And in this particular book that I just read, that's the list of words.
Wow.
That I didn't know. So, and a couple of them I knew kind of, but I wanted to look into them a little bit more.
What book was that?
It was actually an ARC. It was Justin Cronin's new book.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. If you like the Passage series, which I love that series, I read it every single year. It's about 120 hours of listening, but I know. I love it.
You read it every year?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I had to really think about it, the goal for my next book would be to have it be as good as that series.
Oh.
Just in the way he writes and how defined his characters are and how, I feel like I have this relationship with his characters,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know them.
Right.
So I don't know. For me, I kind of read it. It's sort of a study.
Yeah. There are a couple books like that for me that I read repeatedly, although not every year. I always love to go back to Jane Eyre, and I think I read that book probably every 5 years. Just this sense of, again, the character development and that early feminism, that Charlotte Bronte is really writing about, this, young woman who broke out of the molds that were available for women at that time. And then The Mists of Avalon, I've always loved that book and read that one over and over again. Although I later learned that the author is a bit problematic.
But not familiar with that one.
Yeah, still a really powerful book. And again, a study in that one's very epic. Like it's an epic story. And I really admire authors who are able to hold these, epic narratives through 700 pages.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, these books that I read of Justin Cronin's are just, they're huge, and to keep your story on track for that
Mhm.
long and
Mhm.
over 3 books. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a friend at a bookstore who knows that I love Justin Cronin, and so after they were done with his arc, they passed it along to me so that I could read
Oh,
it.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Um, oh yeah, the Lord of the Rings. Somebody's saying they reread the Lord of the Rings every couple of years. That's such
Mhm.
a also complicated and massive unfolding story.
That's Al.
That's
Hi, Al.
Al. Al, that does not surprise me. Great. What else we have going on? Couple of things. So you mentioned that we're going to be at AWP under the auspices of Wayfaring Writers. That's the company we own together.
Right. So if
And
you're looking for our booth, look for Wayfaring Writers.
yeah.
But if you also are heading towards getting something to eat, we're on the corner on your way to get something to eat.
Right. So we'll be there. We'll be intercepting you as you're hungry or when you're satiated, either way, coming in or going out. And so Wayfaring Writers is the company that Lisa and I own and run together. And really what that company does is we take writers on awesome, very cool adventures. And I'm just putting this little droplet out there. We've decided to go to Chile this year in 2023. We don't have any more details than that. We think it's going to be in early December.
Right.
Not promising that. But in any case, very soon we're going to get some details out to all of you. And if some of you want to come along with us, that's like our favorite thing, just to
Yes.
travel with a bunch of writers. So, yeah. And what else? What else do we want to update people on, Lise?
I happen to know that a lot of people are starting to experience some website slowness and problems. I know right now I've been having some trouble with some of the bigger, one of the big names in website hosting. And if you are having those troubles, it's a great time to switch over to SiteGround.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested in that and wants more info, let me know, because
Yeah, public service announcement.
I'm having it's troublesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And some people, their websites are just static places where information lands. But for a lot of you who are watching, your website is or will be, as you begin to publish and interact with your audience, your website will be a very dynamic place where you're posting blogs and you're creating opt-ins and you're doing all kinds of things to connect with your readership. So if you're just, if it's just sitting there, that's one thing. But if it's going to be a dynamic interaction, you definitely want to make sure that your website is functioning at full speed. So
yeah,
I like that you always have our backs on this stuff, Lise.
yeah.
Yeah. So good stuff, Lisa. And how can people get a hold of you?
Really just Lisa at Sidekick Press.
Yeah.
That has your address in it too.
Oh.
But if you have a website too that you think needs an update, I have a free website analysis that I am running. So you can go there and sign up for a free website analysis, and we'll go through and kind of take a really deep dive look into your website and see where it might be able to be improved.
Yeah. Somebody's saying I'm totally wanting to have my site work the way it should. I'm not sure who that is, but definitely connect with Lisa.
That's Al.
That's Al.
I already do your website.
Okay. Al,
He's
you're
a
funny.
jokester.
So, and then the other thing that I wanted to let people know, I think a lot of you watching, that we're enrolling right now for our 2023 program. Folks who are in Ready, Set, Right, the 6-week deep dive where I talk about the 4 pillars for successful completion. Some of them are beginning to enroll to write with us all the way through the year, but you don't have to have gone through that 6-week deep dive to work with us. So here's the thing. We have the system set up so that in 9 months you can start from where you are, whether you've got a draft that you're working with or you've just got an idea, and you can move through your next layer. So if you start with nothing, you're going to get your draft done. If you start with a draft, you're going to get your revisions done. So if you are interested in getting the kind of support that you've never had before, like hand holding and hugging and skills building and work with the inner critic and all of our bonuses that we offer throughout the year to our year-long students, all you have to do is to reach out to me, and I will make sure that we hop on a phone call and I get a sense of what your project is. And we won't invite you in if we don't think that we can help you. So we would shuffle you to the next best resource, because we have a lot of really great connections in the writing community. But if you're a good fit for us, then we can talk to you about what it would be like to work together. And that program starts in March, and we're starting to fill up. So just send me a note to Cami at thenarrativeproject.net. And there it is. Oh,
sorry.
We did it at the same time.
Yeah.
We did it at the same time. And I'll schedule a call for you with either myself or with Ani, who's doing a lot of our screening right now. So yeah, would really love to be able to support you. Happy to do that. And we only start this once a year. So this is the time of year when we get going, right about the time when everybody's New Year's resolutions are going, wah, wah, wah. Then we're like, we can get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, other than that, I've been writing. Have you been writing, Lisa?
I have. My goal this year was to continue to work on my big project, my big book, but also to put a lot of smaller things out into the world. And I've seen some great kind of feedback and success from that. So trying to build up a little more publishing avenues there.
Yeah, that's so great. It's really fun to see your work in print in like an anthology or a literary magazine or something. You know, I don't care what anybody says. Like, and I am a big fan, of hybrid and self-publishing. There's still something really cool when somebody else says, oh, I love your story, I'm going to publish it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And I know that you and I are both big supporters of both, but it is fun when somebody says, I accept it.
Yeah. Well, they're working on the Oaxaca piece. Oh, Jill. Yep. Keep going. You'll get there.
Tell people what she means, Lisa.
So whenever Cami and I travel with wayfaring writers, we give all the students some prompts for writing, and then we're putting together an anthology of all of those pieces. So for the last 2 years of going to Oaxaca, we're gathering those together and getting them ready to go.
Yep. And Sidekick Press is going to publish that for us, and we'll launch it. And, and we'll also send it to our hosts and other people down in Oaxaca in gratitude for those friendships that have been built in our last 2 years down there. Yeah, we've made some meaningful relationships. Yeah. Well, I have been writing on the on two projects. And I'm so happy to say that even in the midst of the busyness of the launch season that we're in, I'm really digging the two subjects. Or the two projects. So one is the Narrative Project book, where I am delineating both our 4 pillars for successful completion and the 7 stages from would-be writer to published author. And it's really fun to write those to write that book. And Jill, I don't know if you're still watching, but I was writing a chapter the other day, and I actually used you as an example in the book. But don't worry, I'll share that with you before we go to publication. I'll make sure everybody's okay with it, with what I've said. But it's just been really fun to really flesh out the 7 stages, and then to find examples from the narrative project students over the years that fit into each of the stages. And yeah, I'm digging it. And I have a writing retreat coming up in February to my goal being to hammer out what I think will be the final draft of that I will then send on to people who tell me, no, I have other things I need to revise, but oh well. And then the other one is that I'm working on a book about the yurt,
That's fun. You liking that one?
I'm loving that. So people who don't know, I have a piece of property and I just bought a yurt, and my brothers and my dad and some other friends are going to help me construct a platform. And the goal is to have that yurt up long before summer.
Cool.
For sure before the Dave Matthews Band concert at the Gorge.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which is on Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
So yeah, so lots of great writing going on in the privacy of our own homes, in addition to our cheerleading for other people. All right. Do we have any final comments here?
It looks like Al's hopping off.
Okay.
Yeah, Al.
Good to see you here, Al. And everybody else, so great to have you here with us. Hop over to the YouTube channel and subscribe, because we're going to be doing additional videos over there on the regular as we ramp up this year. So we're not totally done with Big Word Wednesday. We're just revamping it behind the scenes. But if you follow us over there, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And lots of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next time. Cheers, everybody.